Howdy folks, welcome to CW's Health and Fitness. I'm CW, your guide to a healthier and safer lifestyle. This here channel is your go-to spot for all things health and fitness. Whether you're looking to whip up some nutritious meals, find the best exercises for your body type, or just learn some handy tips for staying safe and healthy, we've got you covered. Now, as the leaves start to change and the air gets a little crisp, we all know what's just around the corner, Halloween. And that's what we're talking about today. We'll be sharing some of our top tips to ensure you and your loved ones have a healthy and safe Halloween this year. So let's dive in. Halloween is a time of spooky fun, but it's also important to keep safety in mind. Picture this: jack-o'-lanterns glowing on porches, candy wrappers rustling in the crisp autumn air, and children dressed as their favorite characters darting from house to house. Halloween is undeniably a night of enchantment and amusement. Yet beneath the mask of excitement and fantasy, potential hazards lurk. That's why safety should be as vital a part of your Halloween preparation as picking out the perfect pumpkin. First, let's talk about the risks. Halloween night often involves increased pedestrian traffic, dimly lit streets, and costumes that may limit visibility or mobility. These factors can create a perfect storm for accidents. It's not meant to scare you, but rather to illustrate why safety precautions are crucial. So how can we mitigate these risks? Well, it starts with visibility. A simple solution is to incorporate reflective materials or glow sticks into costumes and trick-or-treat bags. This helps ensure that little ghouls and goblins are seen clearly by motorists. Next, let's consider costume safety. While it's tempting to opt for the most elaborate costume, it's essential to consider practicality. Costumes should fit well to avoid trips and falls. Masks should allow for clear vision, and any props should be soft and flexible. Then there's the topic of candy. It's a good idea to remind children not to eat their treats until they're home and an adult has had a chance to inspect them. This way you can ensure all candies are safe and allergy-friendly. Lastly, remember that safety extends to the home too. If you're welcoming trick-or-treaters, make sure your yard is well lit and free of obstacles. This will help prevent any unintentional scares or falls. In the midst of all the Halloween festivities, it's easy to overlook these simple safety measures. But by keeping them in mind, you can help ensure a spooktacular night for everyone. After all, the real joy of Halloween is in the laughter of children, the shared stories, and the creation of lasting memories. Now let's talk about staying healthy during Halloween. That doesn't mean you can't enjoy some treats though. Halloween is a time of fun, frights, and of course food. But amidst the candy, corn, and chocolate bars, there are ways to keep your health in check. First, moderation is key. It's easy to get carried away with the fun-sized treats, but remember, even fun-sized candies can add up to a lot of sugar and calories. Try to limit yourself and your little ghouls to just a few pieces a day. And remember, Halloween candy doesn't have to be consumed all at once. It can be enjoyed over several days or even weeks. Next, consider healthier treats. There's a whole world of Halloween-themed snacks that aren't laden with sugar. Pumpkin seeds, for instance, are a festive and healthy option. Roast them in the oven for a crunchy, nutritious snack that's full of fiber and protein. Dark chocolate-covered fruits or nuts can also be a smarter choice, offering a bit of nutrition along with the sweetness. Another great tip is to fill up on a healthy meal before heading out for trick-or-treating. A satisfying dinner can help curb the temptation to overindulge in sweets later on. And last but not least, stay active. Halloween presents plenty of opportunities to get moving, whether it's a spooky dance party at home, a neighborhood costume parade, or just the act of walking from house to house collecting treats. Make the most of these activities. They can help balance out some of the extra calories you might consume. Remember, the goal isn't to deprive yourself or your kids of the Halloween fun, but to enjoy it in a way that also respects your health. It's all about that balance between the spooktacular fun and maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Your costume is a big part of Halloween. Let's make sure it's not just fun, but safe too. When it comes to picking out a costume, most of us are thinking about the laughs, the scares, or the oohs and ahs we're going to get. But there's another element to consider, and that's safety. Here are some tips to ensure your costume is as safe as is impressive. First off, let's talk about visibility. If you're out and about in the twilight hours, you'll want to make sure you can see and be seen. Opt for costumes in bright, reflective colors and consider adding some glow-in-the-dark or reflective elements. If your costume involves a mask, ensure the eye holes are big enough for you to see clearly. It might be worth swapping out a mask for face paint to your visual field unobstructed. Next, we need to address trip hazards. Costumes that are too long or have trailing elements can easily become a trip hazard. Make sure your costume is the right length for your height, and if it has any trailing elements, secure them so they don't cause a tumble. And let's not forget about footwear. Those clown shoes might get a laugh, but they could also lead to a fall. Choose shoes that are sturdy and comfortable. Fire safety is another crucial aspect. Many costumes are made from synthetic materials that can be highly flammable. Avoid costumes with a lot of loose flowing fabric and stay clear of open flames like jack-o'-lanterns and bonfires. If your costume does catch fire, remember the stop, drop, and roll method to put it out. Finally, if your costume includes props, make sure they're made of soft, flexible materials. A plastic sword might seem harmless, but in the excitement of the night, it can easily cause an injury. Take these safety tips to heart and make your Halloween costume not just a showstopper, but a safe choice too. Trick-or-treating is a Halloween tradition. Here are some tips to make it safe and enjoyable. First and foremost, there's safety in numbers. Whether you're a group of friends or a family unit, stick together. It's not just more fun, but it's also safer. Having a few extra eyes looking out for cars or other potential hazards can never hurt. Remember, the buddy system isn't just for swimming. Next, let's talk about the importance of staying in well-lit areas. We all love a good scare on Halloween, but this is one night where you don't want to be stumbling around in the dark. Stick to streets with good lighting and houses that are clearly participating in the festivities. A well-lit porch is a universal signal that trick-or-treaters are welcome. Now, onto the treats themselves. We all know the joy of dumping out that pillowcase full of candy at the end of the night and diving in. But first, take a moment to inspect the loot. Make sure wrappers are intact and nothing looks out of the ordinary. And if your child has food allergies, this step is even more crucial. Check for any treats that might contain allergens and set them aside. And while we're on the subject of candy, let's talk about moderation. Yes, Halloween is a night for indulgence, but try to pace yourselves, maybe make a game out of it. See who can make their candy stash last the longest. It's a fun way to teach kids about self-control and healthy eating habits. Lastly, don't forget about the fun, non-candy options out there. Glow sticks, stickers, and small toys can be just as exciting and provide a nice balance to all the sweets. So there you have it, folks. Go in groups, stay in well-lit areas, inspect your treats, and remember that moderation is key. Halloween is a magical night, and with a little planning and caution, we can ensure it's a safe and memorable one. Keep these in mind for a fun and safe Halloween. We've covered a lot today, from the importance of Halloween safety to health tips, costume safety, and even trick-or-treating tips. Each point is crucial in ensuring that your Halloween celebrations are not only enjoyable, but also safe and healthy. Remember, it's not just about the costumes and candy. It's about creating memories that will last a lifetime. We want those memories to be positive ones, filled with laughter and joy, not accidents and mishaps. So let's all make an effort to prioritize safety and health this Halloween. Until next time, this is CW signing off.